Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out.
What's going on, Credit Snipers? It's your boy Carlos Estrada Vega with the Credit Assassins channel. Guys, I appreciate that you guys are here today. Today we're going to continue the hacks that we've been talking for the past couple of days. Today I want to bring to you what is your payment history. Now, your payment history and your credit report compose of 35% of your whole credit score, guys. So pay attention to this one. This one is the one that is definitely gonna make a decision on you, either your credit score going up and you're getting new credit. Now guys, but before I continue, once again, welcome. This is your first time on our channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you click on that bell icon, click on all so that you be notified every time that we post a new content. And guys, give me the thumbs up if you find this content helpful and it's going to help you and it's going to help the people around you. Then let others also see it. That's my goal. I want to make sure that I help you to become a better version of what you are right now and help you go ahead and start taking charge of your finances and your future. Guys, I'm going to make this short and sweet. So we're going to talk about your payment history and why this is so important. Now, payment history is so important, guys, because one late payment, a 30-day late payment could definitely potentially bring you back between 70 to 80 points just at once. And I'll tell you this is experience. This is what happened to me. Everything that I have talked to you, like collections, late payments, guys, I lived it. I learned, I felt the pain, and I'm talking to you by a person that has been through that path that I'm trying to take you through. But I also knew how to get rid of him, how to take him off my credit report, and shout out to the 800 credit score, guys. There's so many hacks, so many legal hacks that you can do that others don't tell you, and I don't understand why. This is why I decided to do this. The best credit blueprint, which is, of course, I was fed up with the bullshit, period. I was fed up. I have 4 different credit repair companies. The last one was, and I'm gonna drop names, Lexington Law. Guys, I was there with them for 11 months. Guys, in 11 months, they were able to take 3 inquiries. I show you how to get rid of all of your inquiries. Let's say about 90% of them in less than 72 hours. This is easy. Let me, for a conversation sake, this shit is easy. So anyway, I'm just telling you, there's so many hacks that you can learn. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring to you, I'm not a credit repair company, but I'm a credit solutions architect. I want to make sure that I bring to you the tools for you to build your own house. Take it as however you want. You want to take charge of it, or you want to have somebody else to do it. It's entirely up to you. Don't care. I want to make sure that you know that I'm giving you everything so you could definitely take charge of your credit today. Now, why I say this, because the last thing that happened to me is a friend of a friend, quote unquote trustworthy, charged me $600. Charge me $600. Wherever you are, dude, thank you. To this day, I still get pissed off, but thank you, because I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have learned what I learned, and I wouldn't help the thousands of people that I have learned if it wasn't for you. Those $600 turned into so much help for so many people, so I'm glad that I paid it. But at the same time, he took advantage of me and disappeared. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want the next person to say, I'm gonna help you with your own credit score or your credit report, I'm gonna clean it, because it's all bullshit. It takes time. There's certain things that you could do within couple of days, couple of hours, but in order to build great credit, it takes time. But you need to have and create the discipline. So let's talk about your payment history today, guys. So payment history, like I said, it composes 35% of your whole credit score. So this is the big chunk out of the whole wheel that you're gonna find in your credit report. Look at it over here. Now, so when you do this and when you make the payments, make sure that you actually know. So I'm gonna give you 7 steps in order for you to remember why and how to make sure you never miss a payment on all your bills. All right, number 1, make a list of all your bills. So this is something that I do, and if you want to do the analog, you could Google how to keep track of my bills. They're gonna give you so many Excel sheets. Some of them are they charge you, some of them are free. But guys, just go to Excel, go to Word. It's free. Make yourself a list that you could track. So for example, me, I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for none of those. I went to Excel. Excel gives you Excel money. I took that and I kind of repurposed it to track my bills. So I have all my bills there. I know that every month I need to pay bills, right? Now, one of the main things too is once I know the bills that I have the bill, the days that they do. One thing that I would advise you to also do is call each creditor. Find out the true due date on when you need to pay your bill, but also find out the true closing statement date. Now, every creditor, every bill has what's called the statement closing day. What they do is on this day, they can reconciliate that account and they report it to the credit bureau. Now guys, I said find out, make a list of all bill. That was step number one. I went ahead right away. I'm excited about this. Number two is finding out when the statement due date is, but also I want you to go even a step further and find out the statement closing day. Why is the statement closing day so important? It's because let's just say you have a bill of $1,000 and you went ahead today and you charged $700 on that credit card. We're talking about $1,000 credit card and $700 that you charge on it. That is 70% utilization of that card. If we go back to yesterday's video, we talk about utilization. Anything over 30%, it's detrimental to your whole credit report or to your whole credit. Now, let's just say that you are planning to make that payment because, hey, I just needed to make this payment, but I was going to be able to make it on this day, whatever. So let's just say that your statement due date is on the 20th and your statement closing day is on the 15th. You had the money before the 15th, but you decided to pay on the 19th, the day before. You said, look, I'm good. I'm just going to go ahead and pay $500. Now you only have $200 left out of that $1,000 card. That's 20%, right? If you would have paid it by the 15th, that means that now the creditor would have reported 20% utilization instead of 70%. And anything over 30% is gonna shock your credit. So now you still paid it. Now you're still good with the creditor, but that's not going to report until the following month. You're gonna have 30 days in which your credit report is gonna be shocked. Especially if you're trying to do something, trying to get some lending, trying to move on, trying to get a job. And again, trying to get a job is not really going to affect your mortgage. Trying to get new credit, trying to get a home loan, a car loan. So think about those little things. Never do that, especially if you know that you have the means to pay that off. Always try to keep on the 30%, especially before the statement closing date. Now, 3, so you need to add payments to your calendar. So make sure you have a calendar, Google on calendar, cheap, Google. Just go to Google. Google give you all of these tools for free just for having a Gmail. Put it in your Google Calendar. Make sure that you actually put in that to remind you on such and such day. Hey, it's never too late. It's never too much to have little reminders here and there. So if you have sometimes it drives me crazy because I have 3 calendars and I put them all 3. So sometimes when I have meeting come up for the same thing. I'm like, why? But you know what? I remind myself because sometimes I'm so busy that I don't see the first notification, but I probably see the second one, and on the third one, you know what? I need to do this. So that's my advice to you. You take it how you want. If that works for you or not, but then not, that's fine. Now, one of the things too is decide how much you want to pay. Now, yeah, you could pay the minimum, and if you pay the minimum, you're gonna be in that little rat race for a long time because you gotta keep in mind a lot of your creditors charge you, and that's number 4. I'm getting too ahead of myself, I'm just too excited, but that's number 4. Decide how much you want to pay. Now, every creditor gives you the minimum amount, right? The minimum amount is what you could pay because they want to keep you on that loop for, you usually gonna end up paying about 20% more of what you already borrow. So keep in mind, if you can pay more, that means that you're gonna eat out or you gotta cut down your principal and you're gonna pay less interest overall on the long time. So if you can do that, so go back to the video yesterday. I talked about the snowball effect, in which you could take the smallest car and start paying it down quick, and then move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. It's an upside snowball effect instead of the down snowball effect. But like that, you'll pay your bills quicker. I don't know what's going on with me today. I can't talk. But you pay your bills quicker, and you could shut down, and you could actually not only reduce your debt faster, but increase utilization. Now, this is number 5, guys. Set up this. This is the most important out of all of them. I will advise you to set up a checking account just for that. So if you know that every month you pay $800 in bill, set up a checking account in which you know that on the first you put 800 or 850, whatever the case is, and set up auto payments. Again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do it. You could do it from your own checking. If you're responsible enough, then go for it. Auto payment. Why? Because life happens. Things happen. I know that we all forget things. We all have emergencies. We all not always completely and paying attention to our bills. Has happened to me, even though I have all these little bells and whistles everywhere and a notification. So do that, guys. Do that. Set up an auto pay, because that is your backup, and at least you know that you pay the minimum towards that bill. Now, when you do this, make sure that checking account also have overdraft protection. Because I should say you go a little bit over than what you thought it was going to be. You don't want to pay that $34, $50 something that most banks charge you just because you didn't have overdraft protection. All you have to do is say, hey, look, I want my overdraft protection for my savings. Make sure you keep a good amount of $100, $200, just in case they go a little bit over. $1 could cost you $34. I mean, it's just crazy the way the banks, but that's how the banks make some money. So I'm just giving you a little hacks so that you can save money and make sure that you stay on top of all your bills. Number 6, guys, after you do this, check on all your payments. So you need to devise the systems. You need to actually double check, make sure that payment went through. Sometimes, like this month, I had to pay 2 of my bills. One person, one business that I have with TD Bank. I have an auto payment, but comes to find out that the site is down, and they switched the whole, they transitioned that site into the new site, and not even my login works. So after I double check, I'm still not late, even though a couple days later. But something you got to keep in mind is, even though if you go past the due date, you're still not late. You may pay a little bit extra fees because you're past the due date, but you never incur a late payment until you go 30 days past from that due date. Keep that in mind. 30 days past. So you can still pay 15 days later on, but you're gonna pay a little more than what you should have paid, because they're gonna put some fees on top of it. But at the same time, you're not late. You won't go into your credit report. Guys, I could go into a rabbit hole and start talking about credit. It's just amazing. I love it. This is something that I enjoy. Now, last, and I talked about it throughout the whole thing. Set up reminders. Google. We talk about Google. We talk about, if you have an iPhone, you have an Android, whatever. All phones have a reminder. That's number 7. That's number 7. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Number 7, set up reminders. Set up reminders. Whatever you have to do, whatever you can do, whatever reminders in your computer at home. If you have a device that can set up reminders, set them up. Never be late. Remember, this is 35% of your credit score. This is a big chunk. Think about a pie. What I showed you earlier, the pie, and 35% of that is your payment history. So guys, do not be late. Don't do it. Now, if you're ever late, if you have late payments in the past, let me help you. We are the best credible payment. I could show you how to get those removed. And again, almost, I would say 99.9% of the time, we know the hacks, but there's always something new that comes up. But no matter what, we can still help you. We can still give you those tools. And remember, credit history. Make sure that you continue creating this credit history, because the best credit history you want to see, either you go on your Credit Karma, Experian, if you go to Identity IQ or Score IQ. Now, one of the best monitoring services that we advise you to use is My Score IQ and Identity IQ. Identity IQ uncovers your Advantage 3.0, and my score IQ covers your FICO score. And you see in the bottom of this video, we have links for a 7-day trial. Try it out if you like it, but that's my advice and that's what I use. So I'm telling you what I use, and that's what I love, because every single day, every morning, I check my credit score. And even though something happened, the funny thing is something always happens in the middle of the night. That's when creditors like to go ahead and report. And in the morning, when something like that happens, I always get my notification saying, okay, this just popped into your credit report, go, and I know what I need to take care of that day. So, but guys, hey, look, I don't want to go into a tangent. I think I went a little further than what I wanted to do, but guys, this is how much I love this. I could talk about this for hours. If you have any questions, please go ahead and put it in the comments. I appreciate that you guys were here with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, if you have any comments about this, put them in there. Any questions, put them in there. This was your first time, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you click on that bell icon. Give me the thumbs up if you love this comment. I just want to make sure I bring to you more and more. And I'm sorry I took a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm passionate about this, and I want to make sure that you gain. I want to give you as much as I can without having to be here for hours. But soon enough, we're gonna be able to actually make more lives. And I want to make sure that you tune in, and if you start asking questions live, so that we could go over and give you more content than what I can. Guys, thank you for your time. My name is Estrada Vega. I am the Credit Assassins, and I'll see you in the next video.
I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna